Hello YouTube, this is Eddie with another tutorial on the Motif XF. In our couple of sessions, we covered some of the basic functionality of the Motif editor. From those tutorials, I had a question about how to edit MIDI events that are already recorded into your sequencer. Let's say you're in a pattern or song mode and you've already recorded something and you want to go back in there and make some changes to those already recorded MIDI events. And so this tutorial is dedicated to answer that question. And if it doesn't answer it directly, feel free to kind of shoot me a note and let me know, and I can go back in and try to see if I can answer your question. So what I've done here, I've go ahead and recorded a 4 measure piano, and we're going to dive in and demonstrate how you can first edit some of the events, how to delete some of the events, or how to insert new events into an already recorded event. In order to do that, we will have to go into the edit mode and then hear some of the events and kind of listen and see, oh wait, I want to change this or I want to change that. One thing to be mindful of is that you will not hear anything that I'm playing here because I'm away from home and I don't have all my equipments together. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I don't think it's necessary for you to hear the sounds. The more important part is for you to know how to change those events. And if you're following what I'm doing exactly, you should be able to replicate everything exactly how I've done it. It's fairly simple once you get going. All right, so I have 4 bars here, and we're gonna. I want to go in and change some of the notes that I've played. To do that, I'm going to press the Edit button to your right, next to Job and Store, and that brings up the event list display. Once that comes up, then you can use your cursor to kind of maneuver around, and select the notes that you want to change. Let's say here, I'm in measure 1, okay? And you can see that there are about 6 columns. You have the measure column, the beat, the clock, the note, the gate, and the volume. And so let's suppose that I want to change the A sharp or B flat that we have there. I would move my mouse using the cursor to the note and then simply push whatever I want to replace it with. Let's say this is supposed to be a C. Okay, I can just press C on my keyboard, and now you see that it's blinking. It's waiting for me to confirm the change that I have just made, and I would press enter to register the change. Okay, now let's go back to this note here, an A sharp again. I want to change that to a C, but I wanted to change it to a C3, okay? So I would just press C3 and then press enter again on my keyboard. And there's a D here. I want to change that D to a D3. So select it, press D on your keyboard, and now it's blinking. Press enter to register the change. All right, so that's basically how you would change notes that you have already recorded without having to go back and do a re-record and trying to time it to hit it at the right spot. Also, you can delete notes that you don't think sound right with the chord that you just played. For example, I have here an F sharp 3 or G flat. Let's say I didn't want that note there. That was an accident. All I have to do is select the note or the row with the note and press F6, which is the delete button. Okay? And once I press delete, you can see that that note is gone. All right? Now, I have 1, 2, 3 notes here in the second measure. And let's say I wanted to add a different note. I want to add one more note. well, let's get to another measure so that you can. All right, so we're in measure 3. Measure 3 have these notes recorded, and let's say I wanted to add one more item to it. All I have to do is press F5, which is the insert button. That will open up the insert event window, and from there you can press SF6, which will bring up a list of all the events that you can change. In this case, I want to change a note, so I'm going to select the note and press enter. And then we come down here and insert the measure where we want the note to be placed. Okay, so let's leave it at that measure 3, and then we want the note to be an A. Press the A, and I want the volume to be around 50. All right, now press set or F6 on your keyboard to register the change. The moment you do that, you should hear the note that you have just now added. All right, so now you just press exit to get out of the insert event window, and it brings you back to the event list. And that's basically how you would go in and change notes on your computer, MIDI notes that have already been recorded. That's basically how to do that without having to, record the event. So if you have any questions, any concerns, just let me know and I'll try to answer those accordingly. If you press the exit button again, it's going to take you back to the pattern window or the play window. All right, so I hope you enjoyed it and it was beneficial to you. Just let me know if you have any questions. All right, thank you.